everyone, welcome to It's Crochet O'Clock. Today I am going to be showing you one of the ways that I put fringe on projects. This particular project is Amy's Embrace, and there's several different ways that you can choose to do the fringe if you want to do the fringe at all on the shawl. So I'm going to show you both of the ways that I've written into the pattern. Are you guys ready for my high tech? It calls for 15-inch, well, 7.5-inch fringe, which means that you need 15 inches. This is my super high tech method of cutting fringe. I'm sure that there are better ways to do it, but I always lose these things. So every time I need to fringe, I just cut a new piece of cardboard. That's all this is. This is just a piece of cardboard that I cut out from a box of printer paper. It is 7.5 inches long. On this side, it doesn't matter how wide you get it. You just need to make sure that the length here is what's going to show up on your project. So I want my fringe to be 7.5 inches long. So that's what that is right there. Here is my yarn. Again, I'm working in Eco-Lush right here, and this is the colorway Adventurine. If you guys have been following along with the videos for Amy's Embrace, you will be very, very familiar with this color by now, I hope. So what I do is I start at the back and make sure that the end of your yarn is up at the top, because if not, then you're going to end up wasting a little bit of yarn because we're going to cut at the top. And just pull and wrap. That's all you're going to do. Try to make sure that you're going straight. My yarn is on the wrong side for me to be doing this. Let's move that over there. There we go. And eventually you'll be able to let go. I have not covered that. Get back up there. We'll hold on to that. So you just wrap. That's all you do. Just wrap, 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 wrap. And each time you come back up to the top, that's one more strand of fringe. This is just how I make sure that everything is the exact same length. I see a lot of people asking questions about how you get your fringe so straight. I hate trimming fringe. I've never trimmed fringe. I have always done my fringe this way, and I have never once had to trim my fringe. It's kind of foreign to me, so I can't help folks that need help in that area. Okay, so I think I've got enough for what I am going to show you. So I'm just going to show you, we're going to stop there, and I'm going to pin it to the back. I'm going to hold it with my fingers to the back and just take your scissors and go all the way across the top. Zoop, 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 zing, boing, ding. And now I can pull away my ball of yarn. And look, perfect 15-inch strips for fringe. Now let me get my shawl and I will show you how I attach them for Amy's Embrace. This is the point of the shawl. I have blocked this already. Please make sure that you block your projects before you put your fringe on. You don't want to mess around with trying to block this after you have added your fringe. Please listen to me when I tell you to do that, because that will not be okay. So here I have one strand of yarn here. Okay, if you are going to do the full fringe version for Amy's shawl, you are going to be attaching these one at a time. It is a little bit meticulous, but it is completely worth it. The end result is absolutely beautiful. So before you begin, you need to realize that it doesn't matter which side you attach to. Just make sure that you are consistent. If you start adding fringe with the right side up, then you need to continue adding fringe right side up the entire way. Don't flip-flop back and forth, because then your fringe is going to be facing different directions and the end result is not as pleasing. So I make sure that these are the same length. Down on the bottom you can't see. Make sure that they are the same length down there on the bottom. And all you do is you just reach in here. This is that bottom popcorn. Pull through. See, we've got that loop. And then you just loop around both of them and tighten it down. That's all you need. So I will show you how I do that one more time. Down, down, down. See, one little strand of fringe. You're on your way. You've got one if you're doing full fringe. Yay you. So on either side of the puff stitches, all the way throughout the pattern, there's a chain 2, and then we move to chain 3s. So what I did for full fringe is I put one piece of fringe in each stitch. So each puff and each double crochet gets its own piece of fringe. If it's a chain 2, then I put 2. If it's a chain 3, then I put 3. Okay, and there are chain 1s at the top corners, so don't forget those. So just insert your hook from under the bottom. I've already made sure that this was matched up. Grab that yarn, pull it around, and then zip it through. There you go. So that's one of 2. And I know that it looks kind of crazy right now because there's only 2, but once you get all of it done, oh, it is so, so, so pretty. Now let me show you an alternate, I cannot talk today, apologize, an alternate way, and I call this Fringe Light for Amy's Embrace. Fringe Light calls for 6 strands placed together at each puff stitch, okay? So we are going to make sure that we have these all out in the same ends here. Make sure we've got our loop. And the same principle works here, but I'm kind of going to be doing a post stitch. Come on, come around. This one is a little bit harder because there's more yarn on your hook, so you have to be careful and move slowly, okay? Pull up, because we can always tighten that down, and pull through. It's kind of like a mini tassel. So we're going to pull this down so it's pleasing to the eye. And there you go. That is what it will look like. And you repeat this Fringe Light at each puff stitch all the way around. So this one isn't easier, but it still gives it a little bit of pizzazz. But it's not quite as much work as full fringe, but it still looks very, very, very nice. So that is how I attach fringe for Amy's Embrace. If you have any questions, please make sure that you leave them in the comment section below, or you can always check out the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group. There's lots and lots of testers and admins there that will be able to help you, and there's people awake 24/7 in that group. So thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in my next video.